We all have that one playlist, right? The one for road trips, for late nights, maybe for falling in love. But what if the soundtrack to our lives has been telling us a completely different story than the one we thought we were hearing? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the music of relationships, and oh boy, it gets complicated.
I mean, come on. We all know this one. It's pretty much the gold standard of a modern love song. It's sweet, it's direct, it's basically the musical equivalent of a perfect box of chocolates. It's that feeling of being seen and loved for exactly who you are.
And here's where it gets interesting. Because for every straightforward song like that, there are dozens of beloved classics just masquerading as romance. But if you listen closely, they're whispering about something much darker, way more complicated, and honestly, a lot more human.
So let's start by shattering a few of those myths. We're about to take a closer look at some of the biggest songs from weddings, from proms, you name it, and reveal the kind of unsettling truths hiding right there in plain sight.
And get this, the difference between what we think these songs are about and what they're actually about is just staggering. On one hand, you have these absolute titans of the love song genre. On the other, a really jarring reality. That Whitney Houston ballad that's been the first dance at countless weddings, yeah, that's sung from the perspective of the other woman. And that classic by The Police, that's not romantic devotion. It's basically the anthem of a stalker. And it's not even subtle, it's right there in the lyrics. Stolen moments, you've got your family. She is literally waiting for a man to leave his wife. The song is an absolute masterpiece of emotion, for sure, but that emotion is all about the turmoil of a forbidden affair.
And this is not a one-off thing, this happens all the time. So why do we get it so wrong? Well, maybe it's because the melody is so beautiful, or the chorus just soars, that we project our own ideas of romance onto it. We kind of choose to ignore the destructive story it's actually telling.
Which leads us perfectly into our next section. Because beyond just misinterpreting love, there's a whole world of music that doesn't even try to hide its true intentions. This is the music of pure, unfiltered human desire. And, of course, the thrill of breaking all the rules.
This timeline really puts the whole cultural shift into perspective. Back in '69, the Stones were using all this bluesy innuendo. Then, by 1976, Donna Summer puts a 16-minute simulated orgasm on a disco track, which was just revolutionary. Fast forward to 2020, and WAP shows we've moved so far past suggestion into this world of hyper-explicit, totally unapologetic sexuality. The conversation has just completely changed.
And it's not always just about the physical stuff. A lot of the time, the real energy comes from the taboo itself, the secret, the risk, that relationship that society tells you is wrong. That's a super powerful theme that artists come back to over and over again.
And this line from Perfume Genius is just dripping with this defiant energy.